Alright, so what's up? Down P. Haven't been on for a while, but coming back at y'all. Wanted to talk about a little boxing. Suppose a little bit of a dream fight. Not really a dream fight, a fight that really should have happened already. But who will win versus GGG versus Canelo Alvarez? So this fight was supposed to happen. This should have been the fight that's supposed to be happening right now. You know, there'd been some back and forth. Canelo said they wanted to fight him. Canelo talked a lot of junk. GGG wanted to fight Canelo. And then for whatever reason, Canelo wanted him to come down to 155 or 154 to fight. No, 155, I think, to fight a fight at middleweight. And then GGG didn't want to do that. He fights at 160. The middleweight belt's at 160. So I can understand that. But anyway, the fight hasn't happened yet. I don't know if the fight will happen, but I do want to talk about, a prediction of what would happen, what the fight would look like, and who would win. So, the keys to a fight for Canelo, he would have to have the boxing. He needs to box. He ain't gonna go in there and slut with GGG. But let me just skip all that. Canelo will get destroyed by GGG. Destroyed. It wouldn't even be a fight, y'all. It would not be a fight. It would be a fight for as long as Canelo ran and backed off. But I don't even think he could outbox him just because GGG is a great boxer, actually. He's just so strong, he doesn't need to be a great boxer. He can just come in there and just knock you out. GGG would destroy Canelo, and Canelo knows this, and that's why Canelo's posturing. It's terrible. I'm very, I lost a lot of respect for Canelo, actually. I actually liked Canelo. But then, talking all that yin-yang in the ring after you beat Amir Khan, a smaller man, not a much smaller man, but a smaller man. It was a good. I thought it was actually, I actually liked the fight for Canelo. I think that was. I don't think that was like a weak fight for him. I think that was a good win. He was getting outboxed, and then the power took over. But he would get destroyed by Canelo. I mean, here's how it would look. First round, nice little feel out for Canelo, but Gennady would get to him. Towards the middle and end of the round, start hitting him, Canelo start running. Second round would be all GGG. Third round, GGG would really start punishing him bad. Fourth round, probably knockout or stoppage by the ref. The fight wouldn't really go past 4 rounds. If it did, then 5 rounds, 6 rounds. It's not going farther than 7. And if it goes 7, it's just because it might take GGG a little bit longer to start getting at him, but I really see GGG getting off right away and smashing Canelo rather quickly. GGG's gone longer with other people. It's just Canelo's way of fighting. Canelo likes to go in there and beat you up. He likes to hurt you. He likes to punish you, and he likes to knock you out. That's what Canelo likes to do. Well, GGG likes to do the same thing. So GGG is way more powerful, way more deadly in the ring. Every punch he throws is a kill shot, and he's just a much stronger person than Canelo. I mean, GGG is strong. That guy is like a strong. I mean, he hits with. The power. You can just see it. He hits with such power. His leverage is perfect. The way he throws, like his body's behind it. He doesn't throw with his punch, his arms. He throws with his body, and his body gets behind every single punch. So. I wanted to see Canelo versus GGG just because they talked about it. But at the same time, it's like it doesn't really need to happen because GGG will kill him, and GGG's better. So I don't want to hear any talk about Canelo being one of the top pound for pound, or I don't want to hear this GGG talk until Canelo fights him, because right now Canelo to me looks like he looks a lot. He looks like he's too much talk. I mean, I know boxing is a lot of posturing, and you should posture in boxing because you have to master the in the ring and out of the ring. So I can respect. I mean, I can kind of understand why Canelo was talking all big, because you have to. But at the same time, you know, it's not going to stop me from laughing at you when you run away and cower. And, you know, the thing is, you can posture all you want, but you have to back it up. That's the thing about Floyd. Floyd did a lot of posturing, but Floyd backed it up every time in the ring. And he's dominated everyone he's fought for a long time now. He hasn't had a close fight in a long time. I mean, even, you know, the fight he had with what's the dude's name? Man, that's bad. I can't remember this last fight. Let me see here. What is this guy's name? His name. Gosh, what was this guy's name? It's gonna kill me now that I can't remember this guy's name. Gosh. Sorry, y'all. That's pretty terrible. I can't remember the guy he fought. But you know dang, Amir Khan beat the guy that he fought. Gosh, what was the guy? That's terrible. Anyway, I'm not even gonna hold on to that. But he fought the guy twice, the Mexican dude. You know, first fight was kind of close, but you know, the second fight, then Floyd, you know, beat him rather easily. I mean, still had to be careful, but rather easily. He just moved on him. You know, the thing about Floyd is that he sometimes, and I'm getting off topic here because this is about GG and Canelo, but I do want to throw this in. Floyd, he can beat you any way. He can beat you in a few ways. He can always beat you one way. There's one way he will always win, and that's when he, you know, fights really defensive and pot shots you. He can do that to anybody he wants, okay? But he knows that he can beat you like that, and he also knows about marketing. So he wants to try to give the fans a better fight than that, a more fun fight. So he'll go on the inside with you and just fight from the inside. He's good enough to do that. But that's how some of these fights are close. Like the Cotto fight, that fight was closer because he went inside and made it a good fight. He, in a way, carried Cotto. But he'll go on the inside and fight with you. If you notice against Mayweather, or against Shane Mosley one time, Floyd, you know, for the first 3 rounds, he fought on the inside because he was like, I'm going to beat you this way. Then Mayweather caught him nasty and, you know, almost dropped Floyd. And Floyd was like, let me just beat you for real. And then he just backed up on him, pot shot him, defense, pot shot, defense, pot shot. And then he works his way in slowly. He gets he starts like from far out, pot shotting you. Then he gets in closer once he takes your heart, because once he realizes that you can't beat him, then he starts, you know, really bamming on you, and he starts, you know, dropping them on you, and, you know, he'll hit you with hard shots. And you can tell, people always say Floyd can't hit hard, and he doesn't hit as hard as he used to. He's older, you know, you can't expect that, but he's still, like, the shots are solid, they're good punches, his form is perfect, so people feel those punches. But anyway, back to what we were talking about, GGG Canelo. Again, Canelo's not in the same stratosphere as GGG. GGG is one of the... GGG is pound for pound the best fighter in the world right now that Floyd's not fighting. If Floyd comes back, then it'll be close between those two. Prime Floyd is definitely better than GGG. Prime Floyd is awesome. Prime Floyd is a near unbeatable fighter when he wants to be, when he fights really smart, which he always does. But he's a near unbeatable fighter. GGG is looking pretty unbeatable right now. I mean, I don't see anybody at 160 giving him anything. There's a few guys at 175 that I think could, you know, give him a good fight, but 160. I mean, Andre Ward. Andre Ward should be able to give him a good fight just because he's a smart guy and he can probably outsmart GGG. But I don't know. I'm not sure. I would lean towards GGG for that fight. And Gennadi's definitely more dominant in his weight class than Andre, because Gennady knocks everyone out. But, you know, it could end up being like, you know, there was a time, I'm a big Felix Trinidad fan. Felix was knocking everybody out, you know, knocking everybody out. He went up and fought Bernard, a bigger man, a guy who wasn't knocking everybody out, but was beating everybody, and beating everybody pretty convincingly. Trinidad was obliterating people, and then, you know, Bernard went in there and dominated Felix. You know, so styles make fights a lot of times. I feel like Gennady. I feel like GGG and Trinidad would have been an amazing fight. They both, I think Gennady gets hit a little bit more than Floyd or than Trinidad does. So that would be it'd be very interesting because no one can take Trinidad's power, but no one can take Gennady's power. So that would have been a fight that I would have paid money to see that one for sure. I would have dropped 100 on that one to get the pay-per-view. But yeah, again, Canelo, he's trash compared to GGG, and Canelo's good. Don't get me wrong; he's a really good fighter. I put him on the level of I put him below like a Fernando Vargas. He's not on the level of Fernando. He's not on the level of Oscar De La Hoya. He's not on the level of Felix Trinidad. He's on the level. I'm trying to think of a fighter I would put him on the level of. He's kind of like his own new guy. I mean, he's close. I put him on the level of like a prime Miguel Cotto. Canelo and like a prime Miguel Cotto is about what Canelo is right now. They both, Cotto, Canelo, whoever, they both get destroyed by GGG. I mean, they get destroyed. So Canelo, he's not really on my pound for pound list. I mean, he might be fringe, 10, 9, somewhere right around there. If I'm gonna do a top 10 list, I had to really think about it because I'm just. I don't even want to think about that right now. Like top 10 pound for pound. There's not, there's just not that. There's some good fighters out there, but it's just not like it was, like when Trinidad and Floyd and Mosley and Vargas and De La Hoya, And a lot of people will say that's not like how it was when there was Shane and Hagler and Hearn. So, it goes round and round. But to end it, I will just say, like I said, GGG beats Canelo in 4 to 7 rounds, and I'm closer to 4. And I wouldn't even be surprised if it was like the second or third round. To tell you the truth, as soon as Canelo starts to fight, he's gonna get stretched. That's just all there is to it, and he's gonna start running. There's no way he can stand in there with GGG, and he's not. To me, GGG is probably equal, if not maybe even a better boxer than Canelo. He just doesn't need it. And the thing is, GGG, all his shots are power shots. All of them. And it's harder to land just power shots than it is, nuisance shots. So, GGG, number 1 pound for pound, destroys Canelo if and when they fight. But don't give Canelo the glory of being a guy that's on that level. He's not. He just wanted to talk and run his mouth so that he could appear to be on that level, but he's not on that level of GGG. Don P. I'm out, y'all. Not to be confused with the drink.